Let's do a 90-second case study on why WeWork failed. Here's my top 3 reasons. First, Adam Neumann is one of the best in the world at raising money, and he raised too much. Being a good salesman and storyteller does not equate to being a good CEO. It didn't help that SoftBank's Vision Fund was blindly handing out cash. It should have been called Cataract's Fund. Second, since Neumann raised too much, he needed to deploy capital at a much faster rate than most startups, so he wasted it on a lot of things that didn't actually create value, like buying a wave pool company. I'm serious, look it up. Third, with or without Adam Neumann, the business model just never worked. Most of their buildings were on long-term leases, and they were the largest office tenant in New York City and the second largest in London, which is not something to be proud of in this market. They structured their business to essentially be a naked put option for landlords, except they didn't have the assets to cover the downside. You don't need 20/20 hindsight to see that WeWork would never have survived a recession. And to make things harder for themselves, they burned cash on expensive interior design and finishes or free food and events for tenants. These weren't even CapEx expenses, so they retained no value. Don't get me wrong, flex space and co-working have a place in this market, but this should never have been a venture play or a SPAC play. Leave a comment about how you think WeWork should restructure.